Yan, hello teachers and good afternoon and welcome to our live stream for today. No? At maraming salamat. Kahit po busy po tayong lahat, no, ay nakaka-attend pa rin po tayo ng ating mga learning sessions here at Kaagapay Teacher Support. Okay, so I'd like to greet first kay ang mga teachers po natin na magandang hapon. Okay, by the way, I just heard no na meron po tayong mga ongoing awards or awarding para sa ating mga teachers. So congratulations po sa lahat ng mga teachers natin na naparangalan para sa taon na to. At of course, no, kahit po hindi kayo nakatanggap ng awards, teachers, lahat po tayo ngayon, teachers, are worthy to be congratulated, no? Kasi sobrang dami po natin ginawa at pinagdaanan no, in the last few months, no? Of course, in the last years during the pandemic. Now, of course, nasa pandemic pa rin tayo ngayon pero we're hoping na sana patapos na yung pandemic. Okay? So, and again, also glad na safe po kayo sa bahay ngayon. Yung mga pauwi pa lang, nanonood sa cellphones nila, thank you so much. Okay? Please be home safe. Okay? So, before we start our session for today, I'd like to first greet our teachers in the chat. Okay. Sorry. So we have Teacher Alan Brutas. Okay, good afternoon. Teacher JP Silhay. Teacher, good afternoon. Teacher Napoleon Torcelino. Maria Gia G. Bilarmino. Desiree Dino. Annie Rose Rojas. Lamberto Pilatan Jr. Jesus Jr. Katangi. Gemma Rivera. Desiree Dino. May Baiza Versosa. Christine Dantes, Regina Rose Rigidor, okay? Lourdes Santa Juana, hello Teacher Lourdes, okay? Of course, Miss Clara Lim from D2L is also in our live stream also for today, okay? So please do engage, no, Miss Clara, if you have questions or anything that you'd like to ask, no, you'd like to connect with D2L or you'd like to ask more about D2L, no, please do message no in the chat, no, and Miss Clara will be there, no, to help you out, no, with your concerns. Okay, Teacher Red Reblando, Teacher Leocel Villantes, Teacher Jeneline Carvalho, Teacher Beth Arguta, Dada Bogs. Okay, good evening po. I think that's a father, no, happy Father's Day po pala, no, by the way, sa lahat ng mga tatay, mga tumatayong tatay at mga tatay-tatayan, no, sa lahat po. Happy Father's Day din po. Okay? Teacher Joanna Yunsal, Teacher Vergara nawala, Teacher Vergara Alexander, Teacher Jessa Asiado, Teacher Alma Fernandez, Teacher VJ Valerio, Teacher FC, etc. Okay? Teacher FC, etc. Let me know naman your actual name, no? Kasi laging FC, etc. lang ang nababanggit ko. Teacher Mary Grace Castillo, Teacher Lori May Banyola, Teacher Mary Joyce Condino, Abraham Santos, kay Joms, Teacher Joms, Teacher Micaela Mancera, Gligi Luba, Girly Makapagal, James Kodal, and of course, Teacher Billy Baltazar. Okay, good afternoon po at magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat, teachers. No, teachers, okay, before we proceed, no, with our session for today, we still part, no, ng ating Brightspace series, no, for by D2L. Okay, please do share our link, okay? Para po mas madami tayong ma-invite na mga educators, no? Okay? Please share in your community groups, in your group chats, okay? And all social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, okay? At kung saan-saan pa po, no, para po mas marami pa tayong ma-reach out ng mga educators, hindi lang sa Pilipinas, no? Even abroad or other countries. Yan. Maraming salamat po, Teacher Dada Bogs. Okay? Belated Father's Day din po sa inyong lahat, sa inyo po. No? Okay? So teachers, para sa araw na to, no, what we're going to talk about, no, will be upgrading supposedly. Okay, by the way, no, supposedly, what we're supposed to have today is upgrading LMS with educational technology. Okay? Kaya lang, looking at our topic, no, I realized, dapat while we look at LMS, no, as a powerful tool for delivering instruction, no, online, kailangan ma-remind pa rin po tayo na ang focus pa rin natin bilang mga educator is the learning itself. Okay, so yung learning management system and all educational technologies na kailangan nating or gusto nating malaman or inaalam natin, no, these are supposed to be tools for us to deliver learning. Kaya I decided, no, to change, i-tweak lang ng konti. No? Of course, we're still in line of what we're supposed to talk about today, pero just to tweak it a little bit, no, and to refocus our focus as educators, okay, dun sa idea ng learning. Kasi na ang nilagay ko na lang para sa presentation ko for today, no, is upgrading learning with technology, okay? Appsmashing with Brightspace. So I'll be reviewing, no, and we'll be revisiting technology integration later on, okay? Pero I will bring you to a little different, no, perspective dun sa idea ng technology integration. Kasi madalas naman natin pinag-uusapan na ang technology integration, we have always been defining it. We know about the models of the technology integration, such as the SAMR model, the ADDIE model, the PICRAT model, no, and all other models for technology integration. Pero we'll just try to make it a little bit more of like a conversational discussion for today. No? And of course, we'll also be asking you to share your insights and your experiences in the chat later on. And mamaya, no, okay, we'll also be exploring the different applications and built-in applications, no, and other educational technology that are present and that are connected with Brightspace, no, para mas lalo nyong ma-appreciate kung gaano ka-powerful as, again, nasabi nga natin, hindi lang siya LMS, no? Talagang it's beyond LMS itong Brightspace po natin. But before we do that, okay, once again, I'd like to introduce myself. Okay, I'm Franco Nicola P. Adun. I'll be your moderator, no, and facilitator for today. I'd like to call myself, okay, moderator, okay, and facilitator for today, okay? Not so much of a speaker for today kasi I will not be like really delivering so much content for today, but rather I would like to make you rethink and revisit your idea about technology integration. Okay? So teachers, insights, questions, okay, lagay po natin sa chat yan. Okay? Para mapag-usapan po natin and we can actually all think about it, no, and we can all share about it. And of course, no, kung meron kayong mga, for example, mga ideas, innovations, okay, or mga links, no, to your projects, okay, to your YouTube channels, okay, that teaches educational technology, ilagay po natin sa chat, okay? I can see that there are some YouTube channels, no, in our chat right now, okay? So please do so, no, to please put your your links into our chat ngayon, no, para po ma-access din ng mga teachers natin. Okay? So let's move on, teachers, and let's start our session for today, no? At ano nga ba itong pag-uusapan natin for today? No? So basically, okay, so what we're going to do today is to revisit technology integration. Okay? Ang kulit ni Sir Franco, no? Parang parang every year na lang, no, inuulit-ulit ni Sir Franco ang technology integration, no, sa mga training niya. Lagi niyang pinag-usapan, no, yung mga core principles of technology integration. I want it to always be there, no. Kinapakalaga po para sa akin, no, na hindi lang natin sinasabi yung technology integration, okay? Kasi that's one of the things, no, na medyo dangerous about itong popularity ng technology integration, okay? For example, nilalagay yan sa mga metrics for for performance rating ng mga teachers natin. I believe, no, paki-correct po ako, teachers, sa mga DepEd teachers natin from the public school. If you alam ko sa COT natin, mini-measure yan, no, kasama sa metrics natin yan, yung technology integration, okay? Pero yun yung point ko, no, it's always a good thing, no, to always revisit, no, to always discuss and talk about technology integration, okay? Para lagi tayong nare-remind exactly what technology integration is for, what's its impact, no, what's its benefits, no, and why do we need to do technology integration, okay? So kailangan talaga lagi binivisit natin. And of course, connected kasi yan sa pag-uusapan natin today, no, which is no, Appsmashing with Brightspace, no. So why do we need Brightspace, no, as a educational technology to elevate our LMS, okay, experience, okay? Plus, what are the different application that works with Brightspace as well? At mamaya, magkakaroon tayo ng open discussion, okay? And teachers, I want questions, okay? I-reserve na po natin yan. Gawa na tayo ng mga questions ngayon, okay? Let's start writing our questions, no, on our notepads, okay, or typing them in our e-notepads, okay, if we are tech savvy, no. Yes, mga tech savvy teachers, no. Alam ko na lahat po tayo ngayon, no, more or less are mga tech savvy na rin, katulad ng ating mga digitally native students, okay? So teachers, let's proceed, no? So that's what we're going to talk about today. Very, very simple lang. Hindi tayo masyadong complicated, no? Or we're not going to try to cover so many grounds for today, okay? Talaga ano lang to. Very, very light discussion for today. First question, teachers, no? In the chat right now, in our comment section, why use technology in education? Yan. Okay, so first question natin yan. Okay? So bakit nga ba? Okay? So ngayon, hinahanap natin, no? Popular yan. Okay, alam natin, maganda ang technology integration. Okay? Pero have you asked yourselves again, why use technology in education? Okay? So hintayin ko yung mga sagot sa chat natin. I will highlight no some of the insights, okay? So, according to Teacher Arvin Susosco, okay? Enhanced learning. Okay? Napakaganda. Okay? What I like about Teacher Arvin Susosco's idea is that naka-attach pa rin yung idea ng learning, okay? That enhance the student, just the student, no? Not just to enhance the teacher, but enhance the learning experience. Okay? To engage, according to Teacher Vergara Alexander, no? Okay? Alam natin that our students are digitally native, okay? Technology savvy. So, why not use the tools, no? Technology, okay? In order to hook them, to engage them. Maraming salamat, Teacher Vergara, Teacher Alexander, Teacher Alex, no? Teacher Tess, okay? Sorry, magandang gabi po. Ano? Akala ko sagot yun. Teacher Desiree Dino, to create learners who are actively engaged with learning objectives, no? Okay? And I think dito, no, may dalawang things that I'd like to highlight from Teacher Desiree's answer. The first one is actively engage. Okay? I'd like that idea, no? Kasi may levels ang engagement, ano? Kasi pwede siyang engage, no? Pero hindi masyadong, immerse, no? So pwede siyang, may konting passive feed, medyo passive pa rin siya ng konti. Pero meron din yung talagang really active, no? And engaged dun sa class mo, okay? And what I really like about Teacher Desiree's answer is the idea of learning objectives. We were reminded by Teacher Desiree that at the core of technology integration or the use of technology in education are our learning objectives. Maraming salamat, Teacher Desiree, sa reminder na yan. Napakagandang reminder, okay? Teacher Lorely Libaw, okay, to keep up with the new generations of learners. Okay, tama-tama, no? Parang sabi nga nila teachers, no, okay, technology will never replace teachers, okay? But teachers, okay, who refuse to embrace technology, okay, might be, no, not always, okay, pero might be, okay, replaced by teachers who have embraced technology. At yung mga nandito po ngayon teachers, no, kayo pong nandito ngayon, okay, guaranteed na kagad kayo kasi you have embraced technology kasi patuloy kayo natututo, patuloy kayo nag-explore, and that's what we want, no? That's what we desire, no, for our teachers, okay? According to Teacher FC, etc., so hindi ko pa rin alam yung pangalan, Teacher FC, etc., to personalize, to hasten, to entice learners to engage in learning. Napakaganda. What I'd like to highlight one item from Teacher FC, etc.'s answer, to personalize. I'll be discussing that later on. Okay? Teacher Christy Muhammad, to motivate students. No? Cool. Alam natin kung gaano kahirap gawin to. Okay? All our teachers know and have experienced how difficult it is to actually pull our students in a task, keep them there and actually be engaged, no? So really challenging. Okay, Teacher Cecil Spirito, yes, Teacher Cecil, hello, good afternoon. Greetings to the sa pamantasan ng lungsod ng Pasig. Okay, to make teaching and learning more interesting. That's correct. Okay, and of course Teacher Alan Brutas. Okay, easy to access information, accelerated learning, fun opportunities to practice what they learn, gamification. I'd like to highlight one key aspect of Teacher Alan's answer: fun. Joy of learning. Okay? Kasi yan ang minsan nawawala, teachers, no? Okay? We are missing the idea of joy of learning. Okay? When they actually come into our classes, okay, when they do their activities, do their faces actually light up? Okay? When they do our tasks, okay? That's what we're looking for. That inner motivation to actually learn. And we can actually get that from all of this use of technology. Okay, from Teacher Hitish Kumar Sharma, learning something new every time. Okay, that's actually a comment, no? Teacher Maria Gia Villarmino, easy to access information, engaging and fun opportunities for learning. Okay? And for teacher test, kaya na meron na siyang sagot to allow students to keep up with the new trends in learning. Okay? Teacher Dean Clifford Huame, to make learnings more interactive. Okay? And Teacher Jake Castro, make teaching and learning more fun and interesting. One way to catch learners' attention, according to Teacher Annabel Rollier, okay, and Teacher VJ Valerio, to enhance the quality of learning in the 21st century. I'd like to highlight one aspect from Teacher VJ's answer: 21st century. Okay, we can't be like denying every time that we are not in the 21st century. Okay, and our education is not catching up with that 21st century context. Okay. Teacher Dada Bogs, okay, to enhance students' learning experience, to create pathways for different instruction, to meet the unique needs of students as individual learners, okay? And to keep, of course, no, to keep globally competitive and enjoyable interactive learning, and to Teacher Elgin Armes, to help teachers teach in an engaging, interactive way. One thing is missing, okay? Teachers, when you look at the use of technology integration, okay, and what I really love, no, okay, is that most of our, and that shows, no, the care and the love of our teachers to their students, okay? You see, whenever we think about technology, we're always thinking about our students, okay? Yung mga answers nyo are all student-centered. Okay, am I correct? Okay, napansin nyo, teachers, yung mga sagot natin are all teacher-centered, okay? And that's what I really also wanted to discuss as well today, no, okay? That when we use technology in education, it's not just about for the students, okay? The technology in education is also about all the other stakeholders, okay? Your teachers, your parents, your administrators. So that's what we're going to talk about, teachers, no? So let's explore that, no? What are the benefits, no, or impact of technology integration, okay? To the different stakeholders, okay, of our school, okay? So the first one is, bago yung students natin, what does using technology in education mean for teachers first, okay? Ayan, si teacher, it's FC, etc. pala ay Floricy, okay? So finally, ay kilala ko na yung pangalan mo, teacher FC, etc. no? Floricy, okay? Now, so the first thing, teachers, that, again, okay, kailangan nating malaman, no? Let's first try to understand as well, okay? What does technology do, okay, in education, okay, in relation to us as educators, okay? So what does it do for us, okay? Because that understanding that actually you can actually further maximize and optimize the use of technology, okay? So the first one, okay, technology integration, no, when it comes to in relation to teachers, okay, it's that it gives different ways of delivering content and transferring skills, okay, and that's very true, okay. I can still remember, I don't know teachers, no, of course, no, I'm from the 90s, no, I'm a 90s kid, okay, or student, okay, batang 90s po ako, no, so our source of, for example, our source of information before were encyclopedia, okay. That's our source of content, okay? So the only way that you can actually access information is actually via your teacher or via the encyclopedia. Okay, so those are the only two sources of our of information, or that's the only way, no, information being presented to the students. Okay, but now, okay, teachers now have different ways to actually deliver content, no, videos, okay, podcasts, okay, websites, okay, all or other applications, no, okay, such as, for example, Edpuzzle, okay, all of those applications are now available for teachers to deliver their content, no, in different ways, no, and that's actually also good for students, because the moment you differentiate your content delivery, you're actually targeting more varied students, okay. Say, for example, student mas auditory, mas gusto niya yung podcast, okay. The other student mas visually visual learner, so he appreciates like posters or videos, okay. Yes, no, and even, for example, yung transferring of skills, okay, that's also very different now with the use of technology. Say, for example, okay, before, okay, for you to be able to learn about grammar, for example, okay, your teachers will really have to teach that to you in the classroom, okay, like even for example citation, okay, the format for example for citation, how to do it, no, how to cite a different kind of source. But now, okay, you have like tools like Google Docs, no, or even Google Scholars that actually generates, no, automatic citations for you. Okay, so that's no longer a skill, no, that needs to be actually as learned, no, in the classroom. Okay, of course, still there's value pa rin, no, to teach them about the manual or the basics of citations. But okay, the actual, no, formatting of citation, kayang-kaya nang gawin with the use of technology. Okay, so these kinds of things, no, are doable with technology. Okay, so that's the first one. Okay, the second one is new ways of engaging learners, okay, or students. Okay, kanina marami nag-mention to engage our students. Okay, before technology, to engage your students, you'll have to like have games in the classroom or mga contest in your classroom, or kaya kailangan si teacher, kailangan bibong-bibo, no? Kailangan gumagalaw, or minsan napapasayaw ka pa or kumakanta ka pa para sa classroom para lang ma-motivate sila at ma-engage sila, no? I can relate to that, no, because that's how I used to teach before, no. In order to engage my student, I have to bring that so much amount of energy. Okay, of course, we still have to bring that kind of energy. But okay, now teachers are assisted with technology, so engagement can come in different forms. Okay, plus the kind of technology that we're using, okay, can easily connect to our students, therefore easily able to connect to them. Okay, yan mga icebreakers, motivational activities, no, mga party games sa teacher Desiree Dino. Okay, nako sample sir. Hindi po ako makakanta, no? Pero next time, sasayaw na lang ako, no? Okay? Abangan na lang po natin sa TikTok account ko po, no? Okay, pakisearch na lang po, Franco Adun, or Sir Franco, just kidding. Pero may account po talaga ako sa TikTok, pero hindi na po masyadong active ngayon, okay? Third one is to connect the teacher to their digitally native students, okay? Technology is one of our bridge, okay? So do not like deny it, okay? Do not like look at it as an enemy, okay? Technology is actually your assistant, no, okay, in order to bridge to your students, okay, to be able to connect to your students, because again, okay, your students, okay, our education, no, is a human endeavor. Okay, it's full of connection. Relationships, connections are important, and with technology, you'll be able to connect to your students better, especially in the pandemic, no, we're in face-to-face encounters, no, are not as much as possible yet, no, okay, but even so, for example, even in a face-to-face setup, technology can actually create that very enhanced connection between the teachers and the students. Okay, so that's another one. Okay, and of course, the fourth one is it removes unnecessary tasks. Okay, ang dami na ngayong mga automation, okay, na pwedeng gawin using technology. Say, for example, ako, okay, whenever I want to send report cards, okay, or progress reports to my students, okay, I simply use the autocrat via Google Sheets, okay? So, in doing that, no, I can send like progress reports to 160 to 170 students in just a matter of like 15 minutes. Okay? And that 15 minutes, I don't even need to look at it. Okay? It actually works on its own. Okay? So therefore, the time that I'm not like on those unnecessary tasks, no, okay, or those tasks that can be automated, okay, I can dedicate my time in designing learning or in actual teaching, which is most of the, I don't know, in most cases, what most teachers are lacking because of the so many papers they have to do, so many I don't know, other administrative works that they have to do as well. Okay, and things like that. No? It actually prevents them from dedicating no, full time, okay, to actual teaching. Okay, pero with technology, those things, no, could easily be resolved. Okay, and of course, the last one is gets insight about the student's learning progress. Okay, I still remember, no, okay, when I was in grade school and high school, okay, the only time I get to see, okay, as a student, no, okay, about my progress is that at the end of the quarter, okay, because that's the time that grades are actually given, okay, especially your periodical test, no, and your report card, okay. But now, with the use of technology, no, with analytics, no, being given to teachers, no, you can easily track the progress of your students, okay, throughout the term or throughout the quarter, okay, without missing a beat. Okay, so you can fully support your students. Okay, so before it becomes worse, no, okay, because usually sometimes sobrang late na ng intervention. For example, the intervention comes in at like fourth quarter, bagsak na siya ng first, second, and third quarter. Wala na talagang magagawa. Okay? Pero with that kind of analytics given to you, okay, by technology, no, you are able to intervene at the appropriate and right time. Okay? So teachers, technology for education is not only for the students. It's also for you as educators. Okay? Okay, so that's now that we're settled with our first stakeholders, no, the teachers. Okay, let's now move on. Okay, um, to our students. Kanina na-mention nyo naman madami na kayo na-mention to the things I'm going to mention now. Okay, but the couple of things, no, talaga that technology brings, no, to students, no, when you apply technology to education. Okay, is that the first one, which was mentioned earlier, okay, is personalized learning experience. Okay, personalized learning experience, okay? Especially in the age, no, in the 21st century, okay, wherein more individualities are being highlighted, no? Students no longer want to be like caged into stereotypes, okay? They don't no longer want to be put in a formula or a standard, okay, or universal setup, okay? What they want are a more individualized approach, okay? A more caring approach to the students, okay? And technology can actually give you that, okay? Personalized learning experience, a learning experience that actually is designed to the individual person, okay? Second, access to content and learning experience, okay? With the technology, no one is anymore has a monopoly, to information, okay? Sabi nga natin ngayon, no, pwede mo nang i-google yung lahat ng information ngayon, okay? So no one's actually able to monopolize information, especially, with the exponential growth of information. If I'm not mistaken, our information is doubling every 12 hours. So you can imagine that, no? Ibig sabihin, no one person, okay, no matter how smart or brilliant, can actually accumulate all those information, okay? That's the reason why, okay, it also shifts, no, that education is no longer about knowing, okay, but it's about processing, what you have acquired, or what you know, okay? That's what's more important, okay? And of course, okay, technology can also help, okay, the process of learning or the reflection of learning, no, called yung metacognition natin, no, knowing how they learn, okay, or learning how they learn better, okay? So napaka-importante po niya, no, sa mga students po natin ngayon, okay? So dahil yung information is constantly growing, no, so there's really no time for them to be able to grasp all information. So what we instead need to do is to teach them how to learn on their own. Okay? At kailangan, no, natututunan po nila yan, no, or they actually learn it, okay, during your classes as well, no. How do I learn best? Okay? So that when I get out of this classroom, even if I don't remember all the content, I can learn it on my own. Okay? That's the character also, no, of a very good 21st century classroom. Okay? And of course, technology, for students, okay, actually also creates opportunities to acquire 21st century skills, okay? Let's not forget, okay, your students will not be employed in the 20th century or the early 21st century. They will be employed in the latter part of the 21st century, okay? And there are different demands, no, in this period, okay? So therefore, you'll have to prepare them in that scenario, okay? 10 years, 20 years from now on, okay? That's the kind of environment they will have to work in, okay? And again, going back to the 4 C's of 21st century learning, communication, collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity are the must for skills, no, na kailangan nating i-target as educators. And of course, no, what I really like, no, in relation to personalized learning as well, okay, is that there is a stronger increase and an increase, no, student agency. Okay? So mas mataas yung student agency natin. Okay? Mas may ownership yung mga students natin with their own learning because they feel like they belong, no? They actually can connect to the learning process. Okay? So that's what we want. Okay? So about so teachers, students, okay? benefit from using technology in education? Okay. How about our administrators? Okay. Can we see? Do we have administrators in the live stream right now? Okay. Do we have like department heads? Okay. Or maybe principals in our chat right now. Okay. I know that Teacher Cecil Espirito is an administrator, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Please do correct me, Miss Cecil, no, if I'm wrong. Okay. But I know that I assume, no, I think, no, Miss Cecil is an administrator. Okay. Please do let me know if there are more administrators in the chat as well. Okay. And let me know your insights about this. Okay. Now, this is what technology does, no? When you integrate technology in education, hindi lang talaga siya dun sa, when you think about technology integration in education, you have to also look at the outside of the classroom, because you have to realize that the classroom exists in a school. Okay? So if the classroom embraces technology, but not the school, then there's a big disconnect right there. Okay? So we have to also mind that, no? Kailangan, when we do technology integration, hindi lang siya naka-isolate dun sa classroom. Okay? It is actually being embraced by the entire school. Okay? At dyan napapasok ngayon yung mga administrators natin. Okay? So even them, okay, should also be using technology so that in an overall experience, okay, the students can really feel that technology is actually very integral in the operations of the school. Okay? Hindi pwede kasi, for example, na sobrang ganda, no, ng technology integration sa classroom, pero paglabas ng student, na-realize niya na hindi well integrated yung technology sa mga processes ng school. There will be a disconnect somewhere right there. Okay? So for administrators, okay, this is what technology integration for school administrators, no, can give you. Okay? Now, the first one is that it gives a macro data of the learning process of the school and guides policy making. Okay? So technology, no, enables you or enables, no, to collect that massive information or massive data. And ngayon, okay, because dati, no, okay, mahirap mag-process ng mga information, okay? Kaya minsan naiiwan na lang, natatambak na lang sa mga storage room, no? Pero ngayon, with the kind of technology that we have, okay, even your data, no, already have an auto analytics, okay, or ready available analytics that our administrators can easily use to drive policy making. Okay? Na yung mga policies po natin sa school are data driven. Okay? So say for example, okay, we wanted to know how many people, no, actually benefit from this particular project, okay? And we use Google Form, for example, to collect the data. We analyze the data from Google Form, okay? And then the school administrators use that data in order to create new policies that may be, no, changed or maybe to improve the existing programs of the school. Okay? Very, very important. Second, it helps administrators identify key areas to assist the teachers and students. Okay? With the use of technology, say for example, a really well established LMS, okay, can actually give the administrators insights, okay, on how to help or assist the teachers, okay, and even the students. Okay, say for example, na-realize mo, no, that this student very rarely goes in, no, into the LMS platform. Okay, then you might want to give feedback to the teacher, or even the teacher, for example, the teacher is not utilizing the LMS as much, okay, then you might want to actually also hold a conversation about that, okay, and why the teacher is not or refusing to use the LMS. Okay. Third one, digitalize processes. Okay? Technology can help digitalize process. Say for example, ngayon, no, is very, very convenient. Okay? I know that most schools, no, nagpapadala tayo ng mga letters, okay, sa mga students natin, di ba? Minsan may mga memo, for example. At madalas yung memo na yan, meron niyang mga mga tinatawag nating reply slips. Okay? Ngayon, hindi natin kailangan ng mga reply slips, no? Okay, kasi pwede natin collect yung mga information na yan via, like, for example, Google Form or other mga survey platforms natin. Okay? So, even those processes, no, can easily be digitalized, okay, using technology. Okay? So, kahit hindi talaga siya like directly, no, connected to learning, no, the operation of the school having been affected by technology, no, also creates that environment that the technology is I don't know, well integrated into the school system. Okay? And of course, no, create opportunities to link school to other schools to expand learning experiences. Okay? Ngayon, schools also can connect to other schools, no? Even schools that are not in the Philippines. Okay? Say for example, in our school, okay, we have a project before, no? I don't know if we're still continuing it though because of the pandemic, but we have a project before wherein we actually hold video conferences, okay, with other schools, okay, in order to exchange ideas about different religions. Okay? Kasi po kami ay Catholic school. So we invite schools, for example, Muslim schools, okay, in order to have exchange or conversations about Islam and Catholicism. Okay? So ganung klase ng mga conversation. Normally, you will not be able to do that unless merong malapit na school that is Islam-based, no? Pero otherwise, okay, you will not be able to do that. Okay? Pero ngayon, ano no, nagagawa natin with the kind of technology that we have. Okay? And sinasabi ko po na napakaganda ng result. Say for example sa amin, no, our students gets to really understand about Islam. Okay? Because we know no, how much stereotypes, no, or discriminations, okay, are perpetrated, no, against our Muslim brothers. Okay? But when the students realize, no, how good and how well mannered, no, our Muslim brothers and sisters, okay, they actually like feel guilty about the stereotypes that they actually learned before. Okay? Pero ganun klase ng mga ano no, learning experiences and very authentic kind of engagement yung mabibigay natin sa mga estudyante natin. Okay? And of course, no, kahit for example sa mga teachers, sa mga English teachers natin, okay, you can also hold like example mga meet the author, no, yung mga pag nag-aaral tayo ng mga stories, no, you can have like meet the author, okay, wherein you invite the author, no, via a conference, no, or video conference naman. Okay, so again, things you don't actually able to do, okay, without technology, pero with technology, sobrang dali mo nang nagagawa. Okay? So that's the kind of technology impact technology has, no, on on administrators. Okay? Last one, parents. Okay, so wag nating kakalimutan, no, na kahit yung mga parents po natin can also benefit from the use of technology in education. Okay? Pero how? How do parents no benefit from education or technology integration in education? Okay, the first one is that it expands learning experience beyond the classroom. Okay, so nakikita with technology, no, the parents are actually able to also engage, no, with the learning experiences of with their kids. No, they actually become part of it. Okay, kasi before talagang pagkapadala sa school, no, kapag naiwan na sa gate, ano na, kalimutan na, no, or will not look back anymore, no, hardly being checked, no. Pero of course not all naman, no, pero in most cases, okay, so there is no the partnership between home and school is not very strong, okay, but with technology, no, with the expansion of technology beyond the classroom, okay, or with the expansion of education beyond the classroom through the use of technology, parents get to involve themselves. Okay, and that's what we want, okay? Because we know that parent support is a very important part, no, to support student learning, okay? And of course, they also become partners to the learning experience of their child, okay? They actually understand how their kids are learning and how they can help them, okay? And the last one is that they understand and provides the necessary support. Now that they actually understand what actually happens, how their kids actually perform, okay? They actually able to support their kids in an appropriate way. Okay? Because normally, no, sometimes no, in some of my experiences, okay, of course, parents will be parents, okay? And they will have like assumptions about their kids, okay? Which sometimes are not actually true, okay? So when they actually able to get into the learning process ng kanilang mga anak, no, they actually understand better, no, how to support their kids. Okay, so teachers, students, administrators, and even parents, okay, all benefit with the use, no, or in using technology in education. Okay, and we also have to remind ourselves, teachers, no, that the 21st century classroom is a response to the 21st century society. Okay, so we also have to continuously and aggressively approach, no, the use of technology in education, because we are in a 21st century society. Okay? So we have to make our classrooms no, as 21st century as possible as well. Okay? Ayan. Okay? So now, in essence, no, in summary, teachers know is that technology improved access to education. Okay, technology also provided more opportunities for education, for communication and collaboration. Okay, and technology shifts the role of the teachers and students. Okay, so yan ang in essence na yun yung tatlong pinakamalaking as impact ng technology sa education. Okay? Now, just a reminder though, no? This is a reminder that I always share with my my listeners, kay my viewers, kay and also my participants in different trainings, no? Is that technology alone will not improve education though, okay? But it can be a powerful part of the solution. Okay? Teachers, okay? The way we use technology will still matter, okay? Hindi pwedeng naggumamit ka lang ng app sa class mo, technology integration na kagad 'yon, okay? When we say technology integration, it demands planning, it demands thinking, it demands designing, and collaboration in so many ways. Okay, so we have to focus that while technology will not necessarily improve education alone, okay, it can become a very important part of that improvement. Okay, so gamitin natin ng maayos. And I always remind our teachers, okay, it's never about the quantity, it's always about the quality. Okay, ang lagi ko ang hamon sa mga teachers natin is that even if you can, for example, use like 20, 30 apps, okay, and I can only use one app, I can assure you, I can use that one app in 20 to 30 ways more than you. Okay, and that's what matter more, no? Okay, so kahit isang app lang, okay, or dalawa, okay, but I can use it in multiple ways. That's much, much better. But of course, no, hindi naman pwedeng one or two lang talaga. No? Ideally, normally in your educational technology playlist, okay, you should have at least like 5 to 10 go-to apps, no, that you can use every time or that you want to use every time. Okay? Okay, so now how do we respond as educators? Okay, so ano yung kailangan natin gawin as educators? The first one is that to always design learning with technology in mind. Okay? And to continue to upskill while emphasizing quality of usage. Okay? So katulad po ng ginagawa nyo ngayon, no, you continue to attend. No? I'm actually surprised, no, that you are kahit gaano ka-busy at kahit po end of the school year na, bakasyon na po kayo ngayon, talagang nandun pa din. Tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang pagkatuto. And of course, teachers, no, try to grow your PLNs and collaborate, no? Mas marami po tayong natututunan sa iba't ibang mga communities, no? So join different communities, okay? Kaagapay Teacher Support, ClassPoint community, of course, no, our D2L community, also please join that, okay? And we also have, for example, EdPuzzle community and all of those different community of teachers, no, who are eager to learn different technologies, okay? So always try to grow your professional learning network. Okay? Okay, so now teachers, let's now proceed no to our of course to Brightspace. Okay? So all of this concept of technology integration and how Brightspace no actually gets into that picture, okay? Is that we have to understand that in itself, okay, Brightspace is a technology. It's an educational technology, okay? That gives you solutions on how to make learning possible or 21st century learning possible in our setup today. Okay, that's what Brightspace no actually promises you. Okay, to give you all the solutions, okay, all the necessary tools no and different functionalities in order for you to deliver, okay, your learning processes, okay. Regardless if it's on-site or online, okay, of course, even primarily online, no, okay, learning processes, okay. So let's look at what or how, okay, different applications no work with Brightspace, okay, as well as how do we access no Brightspace as an educational technology and how does it fit in technology integration, okay. And before we go to that no is that I'd like to emphasize this point, okay, and this is a very very important point no when you think about Brightspace, no, this LMS no built by D2L, is that this LMS no, this platform, okay, Brightspace no, is a mobile first LMS, okay. Yan, and that's a very, very important, teachers 'no, kasi ang malaking factor 'no kapag nag-a-access tayo ng mga LMS natin, okay, or learning platforms natin, okay, hindi ma-access sa mobile, okay? Eh, ngayon marami sa mga learners natin are using mobile phones, okay? So 'pag hindi nila ma-access sa mobile phones, okay, hindi makakasabay yung mga students natin, okay? But with Brightspace teachers 'no, okay, being a mobile first LMS, okay, from the get-go, okay, they are fitted to mobile phones, okay? And they're even fitted to tablets, to desktop, and to even to laptops, okay? So with that, teachers, no, with the Brightspace being a mobile-first LMS, okay, it actually is a with better usability, okay? Responsive design, no, from optimal usability, no, regardless whatever OS or device you're using or what manufacturer, Oppo, Vivo, Huawei, or Apple, no, you are able to use, or you will be able to use Brightspace, no, via the mobile browser. Okay, full functionalities available on mobile. Mobile browsers are officially supported. Okay, so teachers, no, I know this from experience because I've been using an LMS before. That whenever you access it in a mobile device, you don't access all the functionalities. So you're missing some important functionalities. But with Brightspace, regardless of where you are, mobile phone, tablet, in your desktop, in your laptop, you will not be missing any of its wonderful, amazing features. Okay? And of course, no learner missing out, no, okay? There's also that the Brightspace, no, also supports, no, yung kahit nag-update yung mga applications or nagpo-progress yung applications, no, hindi naiiwan yung mga lumang devices, because normally, no, that's actually one of the biggest problems, no, kapag nag-update yung mga ibang learning platforms, okay, or applications, okay, it also now impacts yung other users na hindi nila biglang ma-access yung applications, okay? But for Brightspace, that doesn't actually happen. Okay, they actually able to accommodate, no, even the lower versions or other older devices ng mga students natin. Okay, so no learner missing out or left behind. Again, sa DepEd natin, isang policy yan, napaka-importanting policy po natin yan. Okay? Okay, now let's look at Brightspace personalized learning, and I'd like to show you a video, okay? For this one, okay? To show you about the personalized learning for students with D2L's Brightspace. Okay.
D2L Brightspace is here to help teachers do what they do best, understand where their students are today, and help guide them to where they need to be tomorrow. Here are 8 ways to help support personalized learning with D2L Brightspace. Use release conditions to provide additional support for students struggling with a concept and automatically surface enrichment opportunities for high performers. Grant accommodations for students that persist across all quizzes in a course. Use special access to allow specific groups of students extended deadlines for assignments, surveys, or quizzes. Automate reminders to provide a helpful nudge to keep learners on track. Issue merit-based awards, badges, and certifications as students progress through learning materials. Easily find and prioritize assessments with Quick Eval. Provide personalized and meaningful feedback with annotations, rubrics, videos, and audio notes. Define student success how it makes sense for your class. Multiple options for assessing student comprehension are available in D2L Brightspace, such as competency-based learning and mastery view of grades. Auto-generate closed captions for videos in different languages with Video Note, and incorporate audio and video in a number of locations across the platform. D2L is a trusted partner for schools who care deeply about using technology to help make education more accessible. Award-winning accessibility features help teachers create more accessible digital classrooms. Make sense of data and track student progress throughout the school year with easy-to-use dashboards. Quickly determine where students are now and where they need to go to achieve their goals. Learning is not one size fits all. D2L Brightspace is built to help accommodate all student needs in ways that help them learn best. Learning experiences for every student. Book a demo today.
Okay, so teachers, no, if you're looking at Details Brightspace, as mentioned in the video, no, okay, so napakaganda, no, okay, nung idea ng personalized learning focus of Brightspace as a learning management platform, okay, wherein number one, it provides differentiated instructions, okay, that's what actually we're looking for, no, so that we don't can our students into like a standard, universal, okay, format of approach, no, you can actually like create variations, okay, even set different deadlines, okay, or different materials not to send to different people, etc. Okay, so you can easily create those kinds of differentiations. Okay, offer individualized support. Okay, as mentioned earlier, no, you can actually differentiate the deadline of our students, the deadline of the works of our students. Okay, so if, for example, you have a student who's having a problem, okay, you can actually like give him more time to actually accomplish your task. No? So you are now giving ano, no, a more individualized support to your students. Okay, and automate messages and achievements. Okay, this is what I really want. No, there's some sort of like gamification happening in Brightspace as well. You can actually assign badges, okay, or achievements to your students, which definitely, you know, especially for the younger kids, no, for our younger young learners, okay, can actually really be very important, no, or really motivating. Okay, deliver meaningful feedback. Okay, this is very very important because as we know, as we mentioned earlier, it's very important for us to be able to intervene to our students' learning at the right time. Okay, not at the end, no, or not if it's too late already. Okay, but with being able to deliver meaningful feedback, no, in time, and of course in different ways, no, video, audio, text, no, there's so many ways to deliver a feedback using Brightspace, no, that now that now gives you no more opportunities to impact the learning process as it happens, no, not when it's actually done already. That's we don't want that, no, that we can only intervene at the end of the learning process. We want to intervene at the middle, no, while the learning process is happening. Okay, and of course, the define alternative metrics of success. Okay, there are also built in the different measures of success or standards, no, or rubrics in our Brightspace, which allows you to also see success of your students in different ways. Okay, so that you don't always like look at them, you know, in a more standard metric of success. Okay, so that you can also see, for example, this student may be successful in a different way, okay? Or another student is successful in a different metric. Okay, and of course, no, support language needs. No, and this is something that I have to clarify. No, Miss Clara is in the chat, I think, right now. Okay, I don't know if there are already uh, development, okay, with the language in the Philippines, okay, or at least the Filipino language. I think that's something that we are going to look forward to, no? Okay, if it's not yet there. Okay, so we'll wait for the confirmation of Miss Clara, no, later on in the chat. Okay, so I'll let you know, okay, about Miss Clara's feedback. But otherwise, no, other language, napakahalaga po. Okay, and of course, no, accessibility features, no, Brightspace has award-winning accessibility features. Okay, so hindi lang po siya accessibility features, award-winning accessibility features. So it actually is also a focus of Brightspace to make sure that all learners, regardless of their abilities, okay, can actually access learning like others, no? And of course, no, make sense of data. Ito yung sabi natin kanina, can help administrators to make sense of the learning process, okay? A macro perspective, okay, of what's happening in the classroom or in the school, okay? Yan. Okay. Yes, according to Miss Clara, yes, we currently do not have that language pack, no, okay? But of course, no, something to look for. Maybe Miss Clara, no, something that we can always look into, no, okay? Especially if more and more schools, no, start using, okay, D2L's Brightspace. Of course, that's something that we can definitely have, no, okay? But of course, okay, we'll have to also, no, start looking into D2L's Brightspace first, okay? So those are key aspects, no, of D2L's, no, personalized learning experience. Okay. Now, when you look at an LMS, no, by the way, okay, here's an example of a checklist. Okay, and aside from the things that I mentioned about the personalized learning experience that Brightspace as an LMS can bring, okay, it's not only that, no, it's actually also capable of delivering, okay, different features, no, such as, for example, built-in apps, third-party apps, and even technology-infused LMS. No, so it's not, again, it's not just your normal, usual LMS. Okay? So there are more more into Brightspace. No? Say for example, Brightspace developed no different purpose-built applications as they call it, purpose-built native applications they call it. No, why is it called purpose-built application? Because it performs a specific task. No, that you can. These are separate apps. Okay, that you can download from Android devices or iOS devices. Okay, to complement your experience with D2L. Okay, and the first one is Brightspace Pulse. This is one that students should download. No, so if you are using D2L's Brightspace or looking forward to use D2L's Brightspace, no, your students will have an access to this Brightspace Pulse, okay, wherein they will have like course announcements, assignment deadlines, and grades in one place to help students be successful. So they have that particular app that allows them to stay on track. No, gives them reminders, okay, gives them a clear view of what's upcoming in your classes. So they don't always need to view the entire course, no, but they can have like a more better view of your courses or your materials in your courses. Okay, so your students will be properly assisted. Okay, so again, this one is for our students. Okay, our parents and guardians can also have access to the Brightspace parents and guardians applications. That's also another application. So parents and guardians can download this application, use their credentials, and they can access or receive no information about their children, such as, for example, progress, missing assignments, achievements in class. So your parents will no longer have to email you, okay? Unless it's really, really urgent. No, they will have a full view of how their son is actually doing, okay? And of course, they will receive the important updates and through push notifications, okay? So even parents get also an app, okay? And this is also a good one, no? Brightspace also have a purpose-built native application called Brightspace Portfolio, where your students can actually build an online portfolio, okay? And this is a really go-to thing ng mga teachers natin ngayon, no, when it comes to assessment, no? Yung paggamit ng portfolio, okay? And this one, you can actually link it to your Brightspace account. So you can easily pull all your achievements, all your assessments, into one place and curate them so that you can present it to your parents, to your teachers, okay? And you can easily also observe growth, as a student. What an application, okay? So if a student, for example, gets to see, how he learned from, for example, from the first quarter to the fourth quarter, that's a powerful data. More so, if the student gets to see how he learned from from grade 7 up to grade 10, okay? That's an even more powerful application or data, okay? And again, Brightspace can give you all of that, okay? Now, aside from that, teachers, meron pa, okay? Yes, hindi pa tayo natatapos, okay? Brightspace also can give you access to different applications. Ito, puntahan natin, okay? Let me just share my screen, okay? This is App Finder by Brightspace, where you can find the different applications na pwede mong ma-access or pwede mong i-connect sa Brightspace. Okay? At napakadami nito. So these are all applications that you can use within your Brightspace platform. Okay? So this will even enhance further, okay, the learning experience, the engagement, okay, the capability of the teacher to engage, or to design the learning, okay, for the students, okay, and madami po yung teachers, but I'd like to highlight a couple of things, okay, and this one will definitely make you or give you an a surprise, teachers, because normally when we think about like LMS, okay, we're thinking about like we're shifting and we're like migrating, or we'll be having a problem like transitioning because we have been using a different LMS. But look at this, okay? Look at this, teachers. If you decide to use Brightspace, migration transition will not be a problem. Say for example, if you're using Google Workspace, okay, your Google Workspace can easily be integrated into your Brightspace platform or accounts, okay? So let's just open that. So yan, okay? So you can easily integrate that, no? Okay? So of course, there's just going to be a setup that your administrators of your Brightspace accounts will have to do, okay? But of course, as I mentioned, no, Brightspace team will always be there in order to guide you, no, to set up these things, okay? Or if you need help, okay? There will be support, no, in order to for you to facilitate, no, these things. So you can actually connect your existing Google accounts, okay, or Google accounts, no, into your Brightspace, so you can access your, for example, your Google Drive or your other files, no, into your Brightspace, and you can insert them, you can upload them into your Brightspace easily. Okay, so that's one, teachers. So wala maging problema. If you want to find out more about Google Workspace integration into Brightspace, Miss Clara Lim posted a link, no, or a link to how Google Workspace is integrated into Brightspace, okay, via our D2L community. Okay, and look at this, teachers, no, even those who are using Office 365, okay, ayan, okay, so even you also can use, okay, or streamline communication, increase efficiency, and improve content import, no, from your Office 365 accounts. Okay? So wala nang magiging problema when it comes, okay, to transition and to migration. Okay? So teachers, okay, that's something that we can all definitely vouch. And if you further explore, teachers, no, okay, marami pang mga applications that you can explore. I'm really curious about this one. Read speaker text aid. Definitely this is for reading assistance, no? And other things, no? Okay? Turnitin, okay? Meron ka ring integration ng Turnitin if you would like to use a plagiarism checker, okay? Application. Turnitin is a plagiarism checker, okay? And other applications, no, that you can definitely explore, no, in order to enhance, no, okay? So you have already a powerful educational technology in Brightspace, and then you power it up with all of these applications that can be used, no, with Brightspace. Then you have, okay, a level up, a powered, no, learning management system. Again, true to their to the tagline of Brightspace, no, moving beyond, okay, a learning management system. Okay? Totoo. Wow talaga, no, Teacher Floricy and Teacher Sadi Bahim. Ang dami. Okay? So imagine if you can all use, and again, no, ang maganda dito is that kapag sinabi natin may integration siya, hindi mo kailangang lumabas. Okay? Kasi yun yung problema, no? We can definitely use these applications, no, on a separate platform, pero pag sinabi nating integration, okay, nandun na siya sa Brightspace, okay? If you want to use it, you can pull it from one of your applications. You can put it in your Brightspace platform, okay? And that's what we want, okay? That's the kind of LMS that we all deserve as teachers, okay? Tama ba, teachers, no? We kind of deserve that kind of learning management system, okay? So teachers, no, by the way, I'll be posting later on the demo link of Brightspaces in case your school would be interested to have a demo with their team. Okay, and that actually ends, teachers, no, our sharing for today. Let me just share the demo link of Brightspace. No, if just in case you would want to schedule, no, a demo just to find out more about Brightspace, no, please do not be shy, no, and do not hesitate, no, to send a request, no, via demo. https://bit.ly/3n93bni. Okay? So yan, teachers, no? Questions. Okay? Siguro we have still couple of minutes, okay, for some questions. Sorry na padaldal na naman ako, no. Alam niyo naman si Sir Franco, no, hindi talaga tumatama sa oras si Sir Franco. Always na lang 'yan. Sa mga bagong viewers po natin, masanay na po kayo, no. Lagi po akong overtime, okay? Okay, so Teacher Lord Lena, ayan, okay? Teacher Lord Lena, ano po natin, intayin po natin yung sagot ni Miss Clara, no? Definitely, you might want to send an email to Miss Clara or to the team of Miss Clara, and they'll be giving you the pricing for this, okay? Definitely worth every penny, okay? Got a personal account, 30-day trial. Yan, pwede po i-trial muna natin, no? Tama ba, Miss Clara, no? They can go for a trial and see first, no, how it works, okay? But of course, no teachers, don't forget that D2L is an organizational account platform, no, okay? So it's really for the school, okay? Yeah, tell us more, sir. Yan, definitely, no. On our last session on day 6, no, we'll be discussing more about pricing, access, demos, everything that you need to know in order to fully access and to get to know how to avail Brightspace. Pero ngayon pa lang, sinasabi ko na sa inyo teachers, no, that this is a learning management system to look out for, okay, here in the Philippines. Okay? So I don't think there are questions, okay? So teachers, kung wala tayong questions, no, let us now proceed to our evaluation. Okay, so please, para lang po ano, for everyone's information, okay, so this is a certified session. Okay, you'll be getting a certificate right after you submit your evaluation. Okay, so just make sure to evaluate at https://tinyurl.com slash D2L part 4. Okay, ayan. Okay, so teachers, okay, I'm just going to wait, teachers, no, to see if the link is working. Sana po magka-free account in the Philippines. Okay, na Miss Clara, let me translate that comment. Okay, one of the comments in our section, no, is actually requesting they're hoping if they can have like a sort of like a longer trial period or a free account. Okay. Yes, okay. I think Teacher May, no, that's actually one of the most appealing. No? Being able to give feedback in multiple ways is such a important, no, aspect of Brightspace as well. Okay. Okay, so teachers, let me just let me know if the link for the evaluation for today's session is working. I'll also be putting it in our chat, okay, so that you can access it also from the chat. Okay, and of course, don't miss, no, don't forget, we still have our fifth session next week, no, on Brightspace. Okay, there will just be some change in schedule. No, we'll be informing you about that. Okay, because of an overlapping with some other events. Okay, according to our teachers, it's working. Okay, so teachers, once again, maraming salamat po, no, for joining our session for today. Okay, and thank you for always being with us. Okay, so please, as I always say, no, stay negative from COVID-19, but please stay positive in life. Okay, so paalam po, teachers. Okay, and stay safe po and stay dry, no, from our rainy season. Okay, paalam po.